So yeah, let's go to the next one. This is gonna be the Bart Art. Says, sorry for the length, but it's important that you read it. Please, I will. My name is Ignacio Barthelemiez. I'm from Chile. Saludos hasta Chile, mi estimado. I've been working in the video game industry for around 10 years, mostly as a generalist, as it's often necessary in Latin America, but right now I'm looking for a job. At this stage, I want to focus my portfolio especially on rigging and animation. Interesting. So I recently rebuilt my art station with projects mainly in that direction, though some modeling and texturing work is still included. I'm not sure about the best way to present my portfolio. Should I fully specialize or show a bit of everything? Is it better to focus only on professional projects or also include fan art and personal work? Most of my career has been as a generalist, and while my colleagues often say animation is my strongest skill, I feel my animation and rigging portfolio is smaller compared to my experience in other areas. Currently, I only included one personal project, Karadun Iron Grip. I'm debating whether it's better to showcase only ship projects, even if they're less visually striking, or also include stronger personal projects. I also left 2 of my earliest works at the bottom of my art station to show progress, but I'm not sure if they should stay. Thanks for everything as always, Ave. You're welcome, Ignacio. Let's take a look. So, first question. Should I fully specialize or show a bit of everything? Again, because you mentioned you're in Latin America, I'll probably keep showing a little bit of everything because that's how you're going to be getting a job. Understanding that as a generalist, we don't get to... I'm saying this because I consider myself a generalist as well. We don't get to work on like super specialized projects. We work on very sort of like broad projects, right? But I would keep everything. Should I fully specialize or show a bit of... is it better to focus only on professional projects? Yes. However, if the fan art or personal work is up to the level of professional work, definitely include that as well. Let's take a look. Nice. You got some cool stuff here, man. I love the dinosaurs. Eternal Paradox. Okay. Now, the only thing that's a little bit concerning about your portfolio is that you mentioned that you've been doing this for 10 years. Where is the rest of the stuff? Is it under NDA? Do you have the option to show it? Because I would expect to see way more stuff after 10 years of work, right? I'm going to be completely honest. I have a lot of work that I don't show on my portfolio. Freelance work, some of the stuff that we do for the museum, because I don't like the quality of it, because not because it's bad quality, but because it doesn't match with the kind of projects that I want to attract, right? So you guys, and this is a very important distinction that we need to understand. Every project is going to be different in terms of time, in terms of budget, in terms of scope, right? So you might be doing things that are super, super simple. And just because it's professional work, because you're being paid for it, doesn't necessarily mean that you want to have it on your portfolio. So it's fine if there's things that you have right here that you don't want to show. You guys want me to show you like a very bad one that I did a couple of years ago? So a couple of years ago, someone reached out to us because they wanted to do like some music videos for like a commercial or something. I think it was like from Brazil or something like that. And it was called the Buraquinho project. Oh my God. So you guys know reggaeton and how reggaeton is this very popular music here in Latin America, but it tends to have very suggestive lyrics and very suggestive like content, right? So it was kind of like that. It was bad. Well, no, it was not bad, but I mean they paid for it. So here, may I present to you Buraquinho. So this guy right here is a commercial that we did here at the studio with a couple of my friends. We did this back in 2018, I think. And it was this guy right here and the girl, like armadillo guys. It was a shot. It was like they were using like one of the ABBA songs as a background. It was like I don't know. So all of these are the frames from that like particular from that particular thing. I was in charge of the rendering on this one, so I did a little bit of the lights and the renders for this one. One of my friends did the models and another one did the animations. It was oh my God, yeah. Cringe, right? Cringe worthy. So this is the Buraquinho project, and they paid, decently, not great, not bad. So it was okay. I'm never gonna include the Buraquinho on my portfolio, right? Like this is not gonna be there. It's just not. It's not something that I want to show because this is not the type of work that I want to attract. So let me see. Like I don't have the video here, but you can see like a little bit of the animation, right? So it's a very, very simple thing that they did. And again, because the scope of this project was so small, and because the quality and the product was not something that I want to show on my portfolio, I'm never gonna show this. However, 10 years of stuff, I would expect to see just a little bit more. So go through it, my friend, and see what kind of stuff you might want to include, right? Because I'm sure there's other pieces. Some of these characters I love, man. Like this character right here looks really, really good. Hey, if you're doing this as an animation, man, that's pretty cool as well. Like that idle pose. Yeah, this is good, man. Yeah, nice. Walk cycle. Okay, so maybe I'm guessing you're taking stuff out and you're focusing on the animation side of things. I'm not an animator, so I'm not gonna be able to give you as much feedback as an animator could. But this looks nice. I don't think this looks bad. Maybe a little bit more anticipation and a little bit more like overlap and follow through. Just to like I tend to like when I animate, I tend to go like really extreme. I know this already looks quite extreme. And you know what? Like I'm gonna give you a tip that a friend animator of mine gave me when we're doing a project. One thing that often happens when we're animating is we keep everything at the same time. So for instance, this thing right here, everything looks very at the same pace, right? Like it's just like happening at the same pace. Like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And it can be a little bit like weird to work with that. So maybe that's what's required for this particular character. But usually you want to have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's like ups and downs, right? In speed. Like some things happen a little bit slower, and then boom, you go into like the intense motion. So do a little bit of research with that, because if you keep everything at the same timing, it can be a little bit like complicated, right? Yeah, of course. I'm sure he knows about the animator survival kit. Like these animations are, again, they're really good. Like they're not bad animations. They're quite nice. Yeah, you did a great job with this dinosaur here, man. So is this the one? Yeah, so this is the personal project. This is a great personal project, man. Good stuff. A couple of anatomy things that I would probably modify on the face. Not too much. Just a couple of forms there near the cheekbones. But this looks nice, man. Yeah, it's just, yes, some elements here look a little bit weird. What are you using for hair? Hair fibers. Nice. Textures can look a little bit more alive. I would add a little bit more complexity to the texture so they don't look that plasticky. Yeah, this is... like, I would keep this. I would add a little bit more latissimus dorsi on that character. Love the gesture. See, this is what I meant by gesture. There was another portfolio review earlier today. We were talking about this, like how characters can look a little bit stiff. Even though this character is in a T-pose, he doesn't look stiff. He looks natural, right? Because of the gesture, because of the pose. No, it does have some surface scattering. It's missing a little bit of like extra complexity on the colors, just a little bit. That's a good one. And then you have this one right here. Okay, that walk cycle does look a little bit stiff. Not huge fan of that one. That's a nice rig test. Hair cart's nice. Yeah, the character is fine. It's just that walk cycle looked a little bit weird. All of this look dev and everything. Yeah, this is clean, man. Like I can see I'm dealing with a professional artist here, because you have all of that like really good information for the character. So yeah, this is nice. If you have more stuff, even if it's modeling, I think it would help to add it, because you can always clarify that you are doing the switch into like rigging and animation later on, rather than just like having a relatively small portfolio, again, especially for someone that has 10 years of experience. And it's fine if you have some early work. Like I know you mentioned this is like from 8 years ago. That's fine, because I can see that you did this dinosaur 8 years ago, and I can see your level of like topology was great, your modeling and your sculpting was great. And now we take a look and compare it to like some of this ones right here, and it's like so much of an improvement, right? This was done what, like 2 weeks? Well, you posted this 2 weeks ago. So it's fine. Like I keep old stuff on my on my portfolio as well. It's normal. So don't be discouraged by that.